Well, the purpose of this meeting today was to bring everybody together, the public defenders, the district attorneys, the courts, the judges, and they all came, and we heard from all of them. And I think it was a very long meeting, but it was very productive. I think what I got from this is that I think we agree on more than a lot of people realize. I think the preliminary hearing is agreed that it's probably it's the better way to handle many cases, not all, but a lot of them. But what it really boiled down to, I think, was the timing of what the judges and the courts are proposing here in District 2. This is going to require some resources on the parts of the district attorney and the courts and the public defenders, and they weren't budgeted for that. So I think the way to do this is for each of those agencies to present their case to the legislature, the session coming up, and create a budget that reflects a change or transition into the preliminary hearings. And then I think that could probably be done seamlessly if we fund those agencies adequately to do it. But the problem with doing it right now in the middle of the fiscal year is very disruptive, and it's going to be very difficult to manage, and it's going to throw this delicate process off track in the criminal justice system here in the 2nd District.
And so today, a lot of players came to the table. You heard all their positions, right?
Everybody got a chance to speak. I mean, we're just getting out of here. It's coming on 6 o'clock, and we started at 9. So everybody had an opportunity to speak. We had public comment, and nobody was denied the ability to address the committee.
And this wasn't just about preliminary hearings and grand juries. It was about criminal justice in Bernalillo County.
Well, yeah, I mean, the crime in this state, the numbers, the statistics are driven by what's happening here in Bernalillo County. And we heard from law enforcement this morning, members of the Albuquerque Police Department. We got the really bigger picture today. We're starting to make some progress. We're excited about that. We want to make sure now that we don't do anything that's going to derail that and set us back. So that's what we're trying to deal with right now. And of course, a lot of these budgets weren't adequate that we created last year for these agencies. Hopefully there'll be enough money going forward here where we might be able to more fully fund these folks to do the job that they're really intended to do.
Senator, you're very concerned about crime in Albuquerque, as many people are. How do you feel after hearing from all the players today?
Well, I was impressed by the passion everybody has. We all want the same thing. That's the interesting thing. If you peel all this back, we all want the same thing. It's just a question of how to go about it. One thing that really impressed me and touched me was the comment by the head of the Albuquerque Police Officers Association, talking about the challenges that police officers face being so terribly understaffed. He talked about the fact that they got a pay raise recently. He thinks that will help in recruiting. And so we can begin to, quickly get up to our fully staffed police department, but we're not there now. And he made the case that if we made this sudden change right now from grand juries to preliminary hearings, that would further stress the limited staffing that we have in police, because right now they would have to spend more time in court in the preliminary hearings.
Should we be a little bit more hopeful about fighting crime in Albuquerque?
Well, it's like anything else. Until unfortunately things get bad, then people start paying attention. And there's been a lot written in the media, the print media, there's been a lot on TV news about this. So I think the public is beginning to feel this either directly by being victims of crime or through what they get through the media. Once the public begins to get involved and engaged in these things, then you will see legislators respond, and then you will begin to see some things happening. So I think we're at a point now with public awareness, with the sense of urgency on the part of the legislature, and with perhaps some additional funding this next legislative session, we may begin to see some progress made in improving public safety in our communities.